Okay, to you or to the camera?
To the camera.
No, to
you.
you. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Hi, my name is Gilad Janklowicz. I'm originally born and raised in Israel. I came to Hawaii in 1981, which makes it this year I'll be in Hawaii for 28 years. I do a fitness show that has been running nationally since 1985. Now it's in its 25th year and going strong.
Terrific.
Is that good, the introduction?
Yeah, that's terrific. Expand on how you came and explain the Olympics.
Okay.
So it's motivational of them knowing that you had a downfall, and this is where you are now.
Yeah. Okay. As a teenager, I excelled in track and field, and eventually became the national record holder in Israel in the decathlon during my army service. Actually, I served in Israel for 4 years in the military, and during that service, they allowed me to train and compete in the decathlon, in which time I broke the national record. I actually held it for a few years. My dream was to come to the United States and train here because the level of competition in the U.S. is a lot higher than in my hometown in Israel. And through some friends and people that you probably heard about, Eric Siegel, who was the gentleman who wrote the movie Love Story back in the early 70s. That was a big hit. I met him in Israel on the track. He used to be a guest professor at the university there, and through my befriending him, he wrote some notes out to the people at UCLA, he was connected with them in Los Angeles, and I was able to hook up with some of the coaches over there. A guy named Rayford Johnson, who was actually the black American who held the world record and was the Olympic champion in the decathlon. And he turned me over to another gentleman by the name of Russ Hodge, who was also later after Rayford Johnson. He was the following record holder in the decathlon as well. So I actually trained with him for a few years under his supervision.
Was that in LA? Did you train in the United States then?
Yeah, that was in LA.
Is that all you did? You weren't going to school? You were just training?
No, I did. I enrolled in school in California, and I was training with the UCLA track team. And then eventually I was, because the level here was a little bit higher than what I was used to, I was really pushing myself hard, and as a result of that, I injured my Achilles tendon. I sprained it pretty badly. And as a result of that, I had to stop my training. I actually got injured badly in the middle of a competition, and that pretty much sidetracked me for about 2 years till it actually completely healed. So at that time, because it was my lifelong dream was to go to the Olympics, to make the Olympics, I realized that this injury is there, even though I would recover from it, it wouldn't be a 100% recovery, which would then, in turn, not make me able to compete on a, international high level. I would be good just for the average, but not internationally. I wouldn't be able to compete on that level anymore. So I had to kind of reroute myself and find something else to do, because until that point, I was always all I dreamt and breathed and ate. Olympics. I'm going to make it to the Olympics. I'm going to be in the top 10, top 20 of the world, whatever. And at that point, I was all of a sudden left with, well, what do I do now? I've got an injury. I don't know what else am I going to do with my life at this point. Anyways, I dropped out of school because I was some other things happened at that time. But I basically dropped out of school and was working at a part-time in the fitness industry in a health club. Eventually, I started doing private training with clients. So through the private training, I was able to hook up with some people that wanted me to come with them to Hawaii. They came on a vacation to Hawaii, and they wanted to have a personal trainer with them while they were on vacation.
Wow.
So they hired me to come with them for a couple of weeks to Hawaii. And that was my first actually trip to the island. I've never been here before, and never really intended to come here at that time. I didn't have any thoughts. Oh, I want to go to Hawaii. And I knew Hawaii was a wonderful place. I heard about it. I've seen the Hawaii Five-0 movies, and I thought Hawaii would be a great place to see. But at that time in my life, I didn't have any money. I wasn't able to travel much. I was, I was struggling with school and staying in school. And Hawaii was sort of like a far dream, something you do 20 years down the road. So here was the opportunity also to come to Hawaii, and I said, yes, I'll take it. It's a chance to see Hawaii. I'll train some people while I'm there. I'll get paid while I'm on vacation. It's a great deal. Anyways, I came here with this group, and all of us signed up at a local club here for the 2 weeks that we were staying here, and I would train them in the gym, and I would give them classes in aerobics. It was actually the Honolulu club.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So what happened was we used the studio to do like a workout class, like what I do on TV, but 25 years ago. And I would do like aerobics to music and toning and things like that. As a result of that, some people at the club they saw it and they said, "Oh, can we participate in this class too?" Because we held the class every morning at 9. We decided every morning 9 o'clock we'll do a class, and then I'll teach them to work on the weights, etc. So people started joining from the club that would just walk by and would see the class going on. They said, "Can we participate in this?" I said, "Sure, absolutely. Come on, jump on right in." And before I left the island, 2 weeks later, we had like 25, 30 people in the class every morning at 9. So the owner of the club
didn't want you to go.
Didn't want me to go home. He wanted me to stay in Hawaii. So he kind of made me an offer I couldn't refuse. He actually offered to pay me a salary and to come to Hawaii for a year under contract and to work at his club, to teach several classes a day, and to teach other instructors how to teach class. So I said, yeah.
This is at the Honolulu club in downtown.
Yeah, that's it.
On Ward, yeah?
On Ward Avenue.
Yeah.
So I said, yeah, sign me up. I had, so I basically had to quit school in my third. I was 3.5 years. I was about maybe one year away from my, degree. So I said, I'm going to Hawaii on a 1-year paid vacation. So I came out here and taught at the Honolulu club for that time, and instructed also.
And that was in what year?
This was 1981.
Okay, so, from 1981,
yes,
for that 1 year that you were contracted to be in Hawaii.
Right. It stayed.
How did you feel about Hawaii, being in Hawaii, in that first year?
Yes. From Israel, I moved to California, and I lived in LA for 5 years. And those were the years that I was training in track and field and went to school and all that. And LA was never a place that impressed me that much from the perspective of the place itself. It was okay. It wasn't anything special. When I came to Hawaii, it was like a completely different world to me. I haven't experienced anything like it. I haven't seen anything like it before. And that I noticed that already while I was here, just on that 2-week working vacation, so to speak. When I came here the first year, I would have to, literally every morning, I used to pinch myself to find out if this is real or if I died and went to heaven. Because it really didn't feel like this is the real world anymore. It's from everything, from the weather, starting with that. The people were very, very accepting of me. It was like, it was open arms. I was, any place I was, it's like it was
welcoming.
The breeze, the swaying of the palm trees, the beaches, everything. So literally for a full year, I wasn't sure if I died maybe and went to heaven. Literally, I thought something is not right in a good way. But and I thought, this is probably going to be for 1 year, and then I'm going to probably head back and go continue my school. Well, after this year, through the people that I met at the Honolulu Club, we were approached by Channel 13 locally, and the general manager back then was also participating in this class that I was teaching, and his wife as well. And he offered me to take this exercise that I'm doing, the class, and put it on tape and try to do something on his station at Channel 13. Well, that's nicely said and well said, but it cost money to do that. Mm-hmm. He wasn't willing to put up the cost of production, so I had to find people. I said, listen, I have an opportunity to do something on Channel 13 locally, but I don't have any money to do this with. It takes, production is expensive, and it takes a lot of moving wheels to it. So I talked to some people that I knew here, some very affluent local people in Hawaii, and as a result of that, we put together a partnership, and I was able to raise the initial funds that I needed to start production.
Is that when you started your own company, Bodies in Motion?
Yes.
So you started right from the beginning with Bodies in Motion, that same idea?
That's right, yes.
Wow.
So from 1983 on, we incorporated, basically became a corporation. There was no money in the corporation, but that we incorporated. Mm-hmm. And we started as a local show here, and as a result of that, one of my students in LA, when I was teaching classes over there at a health club, was Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh. I was just going to ask you, he was there then, yeah.
Yes. When he was doing his first movie, Conan the Barbarian, he came off being...
He was so stiff and wooden.
Yeah. He was 7-time Mr. Universe then.
Yeah.
I think he just won his 6th or 7th world title. And he was going to Spain to film the movie Conan.
Yeah.
But he wanted to be a little bit more flexible, a little bit more agile, and a little bit quicker in his movements because he was very, very huge and bulky.